fascinating, somewhat tragic cultural, economic revolt occurring in real time. The vibes, one staff member. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing the day after? Did you have a Merry Christmas? I hope you enjoyed yourself. I sure did. I came up here briefly yesterday to show y'all my little present, and it is beautiful. But I'm thinking that being that I have respiratory problems, I don't think I'm going to be able to use the what do you call it? The oils that came with it. But let me show you. I didn't show you the inside of it because I hadn't taken it out of the box. It's right here. I'm going to just pick it up. Oops, I forgot there was water in here because I tested it out. This is it right here, y'all. Can you see that? How beautiful it is. And it's like a hard plastic. And these wait a minute. Shoot, I'm spilling water all over the place. I don't need that on my keyboard. See, I have a problem. Wait a minute, one over here. Okay, right here. I don't know if you can see my finger or not. But that's the on and off. And then you've got the switch button, the button. Well, anyway, there's buttons up there for a reason. It changes colors, and everything. I have one diffuse over there I've had for years. It's sitting over there. Sometimes I light it up and sometimes I don't. But I don't put, oils or anything in it. I just put water, just to get the mist. But this one is used. Well, I could use oil with that one if I had wanted to. But I suppose I could probably use this one just with just water as well. Yeah, because those, too much of. I don't even like burning candles. Like I said before, for a long time. I don't know how people could just sit around and burn candles in the house. I don't know. I don't get it. But each to his own. I will burn my little oil heater, my little oil lamp over here that my daughter had given me. And a little, I don't know if you can see it from here, but over there's a red lamp, a little red lamp sitting back there on that bar cart. And it put oil on it in the top of it. And it smells so good. My daughter gave me a big bottle of oil. And that oil you could use on your body, and make you smell good too. And I light it once in a while, but I don't burn it all day and for long, long periods of time. Yeah. How y'all doing this morning? How did your day go? Did Santa treat you well? Well, you already see what Santa gave me. And I certainly did appreciate it. It was a surprise, though, I'll tell you the truth. I wasn't expecting anything. I was just sitting here playing games, and I think I had just gotten up from a nap. Yeah, I had, because my daughter had called me. And so I hadn't been too long getting up. And I certainly wasn't expecting anyone because nobody had called me except I hadn't talked to anybody except my daughter at that particular time. And it was them and the two of the children, not the other, the baby wasn't here. Well, not the, well, she's the youngest, she's two. Her name is Ayla. And this thing here, I don't know if you remember the other crochet, this same thing right here. It was made, it was different because the center was white and it had gray necks. But instead, this got gray and then it's, gold necks. I had to unravel that whole thing. And I think it was like a little bit bigger, about, a little bit bigger than that one when I unraveled it because it had started to buckle inward. And I couldn't figure out why is it doing that. Even this one is acting kind of crazy, but that's the way Granny Squares do. But I've been turning it around after each round, if I remember it. But anyway, I unraveled the whole thing. So what I'm gonna do, because my gray didn't come yet from the from Amazon. I think it's supposed to come today or tomorrow. And I'm just gonna do squares and then sew the squares together. That's what I'm gonna do. Probably need about 6 or 7, about 8. I don't know, maybe 12 of these, and just sew them together and call it a day. And then I'll be done again for a while, y'all. Yeah. So how did your day go yesterday? How was the food? Was the food good? Speaking of food, I got chicken in the oven. Did I turn that? Oh yeah, I turned it off. Whew, because I just came from outside, y'all. And let me tell you, it is brutal. I'm telling you, it is so cold out there. I think the temperature is about 20 degrees now. But when I went out there, I think it was like 18 or 19, something like that. But, a little bit, just a temperature or so colder than it is right now. But I had my red, and that's when you see me with that coat on, it means it's bone chilling cold outside. And I had I put some socks on. I didn't go nowhere but to the dumpster. I wasn't planning to go nowhere. But thank goodness the dumpster wasn't full. I thought the dumpster was full. But apparently the garbage people, what do you call those people? The removal, the people that remove the garbage. I forgot what you call them. It's something else. But anyway, they apparently had been. But outside of the dumpster, it was total chaos out there, y'all. Looked like a hurricane had hit it. I mean, trash was everywhere. They actually had trash hanging on the dumpster. And then I went and I said, I wonder if this dumpster, is it overflowing? Is that why it looked like this on the outside? And lo and behold, I slid one of them doors over. The dumpster's empty inside. So I guess the guy that picked the dumpster up, he said, I'm not going to clean up all this stuff on the outside of this dumpster. And there was a lot of stuff out there, I'm telling you. But I just happened to, only had like one bag, and then I had my box, my box that my nebulizer came in, and some sales paper, and that's it. And I knew I was going to take them out of here because we're expecting a storm tonight. And I'm ready to go back to bed, tell you the truth, because I've been up since like 4 o'clock in the morning. But I took that trash out because I didn't want it to be in here smelly and carrying on in here. But I got her done. And then I'm supposed to call Instacart. I'm supposed to call Instacart around 9 o'clock. I might call them. I might do that now and tell them to deliver it in the afternoon. That way I get a chance to take me a nap. Yeah. Because it's too cold. I'm not going to the store. No way. No way. It's no way. I'd probably be frozen by the time I get to the store. On a scooter? No, no, no. And then plus the wind is blowing as usual, but it's not a windy wind. But we're expecting some blizzard type conditions this evening. Yeah, it depends on what part that you're in. I think maybe about 5 inches, 5 to 6 inches of snow accumulation. But guess who ain't going nowhere? She says she in. She ain't moving a pound. And I got my stuff. I got my candles all set. The only thing I wish I had is a heat. Well, I got heaters. But see, the thing is, if the power goes out, the heaters ain't gonna do no good because they don't go by. I'm wondering, do they make heaters that are USB charge or solar charge? They got everything else USB. Because even that little thing right there, that little diffuser, that's USB. Now that's one thing I like about it, that it's USB chargeable. Now the one that I got over there, the one I was telling you that's on the bar cart, I got to have it plugged up at all times in order for it to, do its thing. But this one, you can charge it and just put it anywhere you want. And I said I could probably put it in the bathroom. If the bathroom is not smelling so good, I could put it in there and let it and close the door for a little while. There goes the fire truck. I don't know where they going. Probably on a practice run. You know how they do. They don't be doing that. They just act like they doing something. That's a darn shame, but it's the truth. I live right down the street from the firehouse. I live one, two, uh, about 2 blocks from the firehouse. And so it's nothing new to me to hear them all the time. And I know there ain't that many fires going on, okay? Oh boy. And I got all my medication, but I got all my medication from the pharmacy. because they're going to tear that building down that my pharmacy is in. I don't know when they're going to do it. I know it's supposed to be sometimes, I think it's going to be next year because the other part, everything else on that side has been torn down and the new building is up already. So the pharmacy is the only building left right there. So they are next. They're gonna have to go. And then they say they're moving across the street, which is not too far from me, which is good, because I go down there to pay my bill because they don't, I don't have to pay as I go, so to speak. I could just let it accumulate, so I'll go maybe a month or 2 months before I finally pay my bill. I don't know how much of my medication has gone up, since this new thing has, taken gone into effect. So I don't know um, if it's going to cost me more, than it normally do. What? Oh, here's my needle. I'm getting ready to say, where's my crochet hook? Wait a minute. I don't want this thing to come apart. So at least my pharmacy is still going to be in my neighborhood. I don't want to. I want to be able to go to the pharmacy. But they deliver, like I'm saying. But when I get ready to handle the business of paying, I want to be there. When money transpires, transfers or whatever, change hands. That's a better word. And when any money is changing my hand to their hand, I need to be there. Yeah. And then I was hearing again this morning. I don't remember if it was on the mainstream news or was it on YouTube about another scam that's coming out that people are calling you, talking about they're calling you from the bank, your bank, and something about some unauthorized withdrawals from your bank, and that's how they get your money. And then they have you to go to the bank. The best thing you do is go and make a withdrawal. I don't know. It was a whole bunch of stuff. So if y'all got a debit card or a credit card that you use frequently, it's a good thing to look in, listen to that, because I don't know how people could just sit around and not have their own money, but they want to take yours. What's wrong with that picture, y'all? They want to take your money. They don't want to make no money themselves. They want you to make sure you go and make the money, and then I'm just gonna come in and take it from you. That's a darn. I don't know. Something might have went down, y'all. I keep hearing sirens. I don't know. That was a fire truck or emergency response. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I got work to do. And as usual, I've got a whole bunch of work to do. But my dinner is done. As a matter of fact, it's in the oven. That one little lonely chicken breast is in the oven, but she's done. That's why I'm going back. I'm getting ready to go back to bed. And that's what I was really waiting for till that got done, because I didn't want to, refreeze it. And so, because I had taken it out yesterday, but I had to put it back in the refrigerator, the refrigeration part. And then I got this one, and I said, I think we better cook this bad boy. So I let it set at room temperature for a while, and then I slammed that old boy in the oven. She said she ready now. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm gonna open a bag of Idahoan potatoes. Those instant potatoes. Those are good. They're pretty good. I like them. I like the Idahoan. And I don't know what kind of vegetable I'm thinking about having some. I don't know, maybe some not the Brussels sprouts. Spinach. I got some spinach in there. Just put it in on top of the stove and let it rip with some olive oil or something like that. And put some. I don't have any onions. That's right. I gotta put that on my list when I call Instacart. Brother, I don't have no. Where's my list? Oh, my list is right over there on my walker, y'all. I don't know how I got over there, but anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I'm just getting ready to do what I gotta do while I'm still thinking straight. Let me get my list. check my list. I'm checking it twice, y'all. I ain't getting much. I ain't got much. See, this is my little list. Wait a minute. There you go. There's my little list. And I said, the main thing I want is some water. And that's gonna probably cost me $15 just to have the delivery. But it's worth it today, believe me. But if I got 2 bottles of water left. If I had some water, I wouldn't even be calling Instacart. Oh, they cost a lot. I mean, they trying to break the John Brown bank just to do. But I guess they have to because the people got to pay for gas, and then they got to pay for the time. It's got to be worth their while to do that sort of thing, which I appreciated, because I definitely can't go out today, and I never used DoorDash. My sister said DoorDash took her groceries one time. She said she ordered a whole bunch of groceries, and she said they bought some of it, and then they kept the rest. Can you believe that someone would do something like that because they know it's you, that you did it? Okay, why are you going to do something you don't even trying to avoid arrest? You want to be arrested when you do something like that. That's crazy. At least if you're going to steal something, at least try to do something that you could probably get away with. These dumb dummies, they wanted to get caught, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what even ever happened to that. I don't know if she even reported it. I'll tell you the truth. I don't know what the outcome was, but that was funny to me. I said, because they got the audacity to think that nobody's going to find them out. That's easy. That's elementary, If you're gonna do something, use your head. Do it right. Sit down, figure out your law that you're trying to break before you try to go and break it. Don't break the law on no impulse like that. In other words, get a brainstorm. He must have been out there riding, and he must have been thinking, yeah, I could use some of this groceries. Oh Lord. On the spur of a moment, and plus that I'm hungry, so I'm just going to take her groceries. Oh my goodness, forgive me, but you know how it is when you get tired, you just get crazier and crazier. And I'm going to hang up the video. I'm going to hang up the video before my, gigabox really turn over. And on that note, I go in love, and I'll see you again soon.